All right. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to you, Akim, who go out throughout the four corners of the earth to push this truth, in all sincerity, uh, waking up the hopeful elect, and putting your life and risking your life to do so. Going out on the highways and the byways and making your life, yourself a living sacrifice. To Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, salutations to you, Akim. All right, just want to jump right into this. Let's see. So this is a video from RT. It's called "The Pentagon Accuses." The Pentagon accused of understating number of overseas bases that may cost up to $50 billion, right? So they tell us, right, this devil's a liar, first and foremost. And so they tell us that, they spend $28 billion a year in military, out of country military bases. And there's I think over 700, there's about 800 overseas bases. And with that many bases, man, it takes a lot of money to fund that. So taxpayers' money, up to $50 billion is what is estimated what they spend a year, right? But they tell people that there's not that many. They say that they're only in 127 countries, right? But with 800 military bases that are outside of the United States, we know that's a lie, right? Right? They'll claim the 127 and they'll claim $28 billion, but they're not telling the truth, right? Everything this devil does is a lie. And, let's get into some scriptures because he's going to, this is his MO, and this is why he does this. All right, this is Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, right? I got into this at camp. His doctrine, his philosophies, and his standard of life, his military and government structure, right? He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, right? He enlargeth his desire as hell, right? He held the ground, right? The pit, right? And everywhere that he goes, man, he turns these places into pits, man, right? And the way he does that is he'll ruin a land physically. He polluteth it with the blood. He pollutes it with his industrialism, his manufacturing, his economy, his buying and selling, right? And is as death and cannot be satisfied. This devil, this Edomite, the red Hebrew Edomite, the so-called white man, cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, right? The big melting pot, America, and heapeth unto him all people. So that's why he has these military bases spread out all throughout the earth, right? 800 of them things, man. That's crazy. All for military, right? He didn't learn from his ancestors in Rome, right? He's spreading himself thin. Right, and I was just reading an article by The Guardian that was talking about how that's how, one of the ways that Rome fell is their military was spread too thin, and they kept getting beat up by all these Germanic tribes, right? And then the Eastern Rome, the Eastern Roman Empire also tried to get involved and help out, and that didn't do nothing. Right, they just threw money at it. That's all Esau knows how to do. Throw money at it. Right, he don't know how to deal with no problems or issues, man. He just throws money at everything. All right, this is Micah 2 and 2. And they covet fields and take them by violence. And how did he get every land? Because he basically owns the whole world. I mean, he lets India have their little spot. He lets China have their little area. He lets Ham have their area. But in all reality, man, if he wanted, he just go take that shit. Through his weaponry, through his violence, right? He covets fields. And guess where all those new army military bases are? They're in Africa. Um, and he takes them by violence and a house, and he taketh them away, right? And that's what he did here um, to the nation of Israel, to the northern tribes of the nation of Israel, you Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians. That's what he did to you. He coveted your field, and he took it with violence. He took them away, right? So they oppress a man, right? Are we still not oppressed to this day? Go look at Jake on these reservations and tell me they're not oppressed. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage, right? Does the nation of Israel know who they are? You Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians? No, you still call yourselves by them bywords that the white man gave you. You don't even know who you are as a people. And when we try to tell you you're Israelites and that you're God's chosen people, man, you slap the hand away, right? This is Romans 3 and 13. Their throat is an open sepulchre. With their tongues, they have used deceit. The poison of asps is under their lips, and that's how they get these lands. And that's how they keep tricking the people into funding this shit, is because they lie about the numbers. They embellish the numbers of how many civilian casualties they kill. They embellish the numbers of how many military bases they have abroad. They lie about, how much it costs to fund these places, man. The devil, the so-called white man, the physical counterpart of Satan, the devil, is a liar, right? And the scripture just broke it down straight up. All right, I'm going to bring this one out as well. This is Isaiah 5 and 8. Woe unto them that join house to house, that lay field to field, till there be no place. And the Esau's trying to take over the whole world, man, till there ain't no land left for nobody else. And that's real. That they may be placed alone in the midst of the earth. And that's what they want. And these Rothschilds, these Bilderbergs, these Gettys, these Rockefellers, these DuPonts, these Oppenheimers, the Bushes, all these damn Edomites, man. They want there to only be, I think it's like 500,000 people on the planet, and they all want them to be from their bloodline. Right? So they want to take over the whole earth, just like the scripture's talking about, man. And they join house to house, right? They lay field to field until there be no place, man. And that's what they've done, right? Look at Australia, Edomite country. Look at South America, North America, Canada, pretty much everywhere besides the Eastern world, man. And even that, I mean, Japan, who Japan answer to, Russia, they own that whole eastern part of the world, and it's a huge part of this world. There's little spots, like I said, these Moabites, these Elamites, right? These Ishmaelites, right? There's these small plots of areas where, it's owned by these other nations. But like I said, they still answering to these central bankers. They still answering to the people that rule this world. And that has not changed over the course of time, and won't change. So, hey man, I don't want to make this too long. I was just watching that video and wanted to pull some scriptures behind it, because Esau's a liar, man, and he's spreading himself thin as Rome did, and this is going to be part of his demise, right? Because the nation here is weak, because we got so many troops in all these places that people don't even know about, right? It's funny because a soldier will die and they'll be like, oh shit, where was he? He was in this. Well, do we have a base there? Yeah, you do, nigga. And then you find out there's a base there, and it's like, oh snap! Like, we didn't even know there was a base in that country. Yeah, because Esau's lying to you. So hey, man, with that, I'm gonna wrap this up. Hopefully, and Lord willing, this was edifying. Like I said, that video is the Pentagon accused of understating number of overseas bases that may cost up to $50 billion. All right, so with that, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Say shalom.